Chapter 8. Vows. Beneath the Northern Lights Bridge anniversary party was only halfway through when Lin Yue's phone suddenly vibrated non-stop. The caller ID read Ningbo home, making her heart tighten. Her father rarely called proactively. Yu. Her father's voice was taut like a stretched string. Your mother suddenly has chest pain and has been rushed to the hospital. The doctor says she needs immediate surgery. A champagne glass slipped from her fingers, shattering into sparkling fragments on the office floor. The laughter and chatter around her stopped abruptly. All eyes turned toward her. What surgery? Lin Yue heard her own voice as if from far away. A cardiac stent. The doctor said her artery is 90% blocked. Her father's voice broke intermittently. She refuses to sign the consent form and insists on waiting for you. 20 minutes later, Lin Yue sat in a taxi heading to Ningbo, her fingers tapping anxiously on her knee. Eric took the next high-speed train with Erica. The scenery outside the window blurred by rapidly, yet nothing compared to the flashbacks in her mind. The stern face of her mother teaching piano, her clumsy mouth moving Swedish words after the stroke, her proud smile while accompanying Erica at a recital. The cardiology ward at Ningbo First Hospital was packed with patients and family members. When Lin Yue pushed open the hospital room door, she saw her mother lying on a narrow bed, her face pale as old newspaper, various tubes snaking out from under the sheets and connecting to blinking monitors. Mom! She rushed to the bedside, holding her mother's cold hand. Lin's mother opened her eyes slightly, her lips trembling. You're here. The doctor said they must insert a stent. The attending physician was a middle-aged man whose eyes behind his glasses were professional and calm. There is severe stenosis in the right coronary artery and immediate interventional surgery is required. But your mother refuses to sign and insists on waiting for family members. I don't trust these foreign things, Lin's mother said weakly but stubbornly. Traditional Chinese medicine says it can be treated, Mom. Lin Yue's voice was anxious and angry. This is a life-saving surgery. The risk consent form is here. The doctor handed over a tablet. A family member needs to sign. Just then, the door opened again, and Eric rushed in carrying sleepy Erica. The doctor visibly hesitated when he saw the blonde-haired, blue-eyed foreigner. And this is my husband, Lin Yue explained briefly. Erica's father. The doctor's expression grew even more cautious. According to Chinese law, only immediate blood relatives have signing authority. You as the daughter can sign, but a foreign spouse. I won't sign. Lin's mother suddenly struggled to sit up. I want a traditional Chinese medicine consultation. The scene became chaotic. Nurses hurried to calm the patient. The doctor frowned while checking monitor data, and Erica, awakened by the noise, began to sob. Lin Yue stood at the bedside, feeling dizzy. She had lived in Sweden for years, accustomed to a healthcare system that respects patient autonomy, but now her mother's traditional mindset and the doctor's bureaucratic attitude left her helpless. Doctor, Eric suddenly spoke in fluent Chinese. In my mother-in-law's culture, medical decisions are made collectively by the family. Could we have 10 minutes for a private discussion? Perhaps Eric's fluency helped. The doctor reluctantly agreed. After the medical staff temporarily left, Eric crouched by his mother-in-law's bed. Mom, I know you're scared, but please trust modern medicine this time, just like you eventually accepted me. This unexpected humor made Lin's mother twitch her lips slightly. Eric continued, stent surgery is very common in Sweden. My father had one last year and now runs marathons. Don't you want to see Erica grow up? Grandma, Erica leaned on the bedside, her small hand touching Lin's mother's face. Don't be afraid. I will play piano for you. Tears glistened in Lin's mother's eyes. She looked at her daughter, then her granddaughter, and finally at Eric. You guarantee it's safe? I guarantee it. Eric held her hand. In the end, Lin's mother agreed to the surgery but insisted Lin Yue sign the consent. When the nurse wheeled the bed away, Lin's legs suddenly gave out and she collapsed onto a bench in the corridor. The tension of the past 2 hours ebbed like a tide, leaving behind a dawning fear she had almost lost her mother. Just as Northern Lights Bridge had just secured venture capital and life seemed to be improving, She will be fine. Eric hugged her trembling shoulders. Modern medicine is amazing. You don't understand. Lin buried her face in her hands. In Chinese hospitals, there is no concept of patient autonomy. If mom refused firmly, doctors might really have given up. Just like with my grandfather. Eric silently embraced her. It was the first time Lin Yiyej mentioned her grandfather's death, a stubborn man who died from a curable illness because he refused Western treatment. The medical choices of two generations reflected China's long journey from resisting to accepting Western medicine. The surgery was successful. When the doctor announced the artery was well opened, Lin's tears finally flowed freely. Outside the ICU, she saw Eric searching on his phone for post-heart surgery Chinese medicine rehabilitation, while Erica had drawn a crooked grandma's recovery picture, decorated with hearts and rainbows. Thank you, Lin leaned on Eric's shoulder. If you hadn't convinced mom, that's what family means. Eric kissed her forehead, filling in each other's blind spots. Lin's mother's recovery was long but smooth. Northern Lights Bridge work had to slow down temporarily, with Lin delegating most duties to her team while commuting daily between hospital and home. Unexpectedly, Eric took on more responsibility, from learning to make nourishing soups to studying traditional Chinese rehab techniques. This Swedish man was more dedicated than many Chinese sons-in-law. You've changed, Lin said one night, watching Eric skillfully massage her mother's foot acupoints. You used to question these unscientific traditional therapies. Eric didn't look up. Science is a tool. Culture is wisdom. If a method has helped so many people for thousands of years, it deserves respect. The day Lin's mother was discharged, Northern Lights Bridge received a nomination for the International Education Innovation Award. Supported by UNESCO, the award honors programs promoting cross-cultural understanding. We should go to Paris to accept the award, Lin excitedly said. Bring mom and Erica, make it a family trip. But her mother's passport issues complicated plans. Getting a visa on short notice was difficult. More troubling, doctors advised against long flights. You go. Her mother waved her off. I'll watch the live broadcast at home. Lin hesitated. The award recognized their family's cross-cultural practice, and it wouldn't be complete without every member. As she pondered remote attendance, Eric proposed a compromise. Why not hold the ceremony in China? He suggested at a team meeting. Our case studies are all based on China. An on-site presentation would be more convincing. After 2 weeks of intense negotiation, the organizers agreed to this special arrangement. The award ceremony would be held in Shanghai and broadcast globally online. Lin's mother could sit in the audience, and Erica would be the youngest attendee. On the day of the award ceremony, Lin Yiyej wore a dress that blended Eastern and Western elements, a Swedish-designed cut embroidered with Chinese silk. Eric unexpectedly chose to wear a Zhongshan suit, paying homage to Chinese traditional culture. Erica wore a Sino-Swedish fusion dress she designed herself, with a Chinese-style hairpin adorning her golden curls. The Northern Lights Bridge project demonstrates the most touching possibility of cross-cultural education. The award citation read, "Not by erasing differences, but by creating harmony within them." As Lin Yiyej stood under the spotlight, looking at Eric smiling in the audience, her proud mother, and excited Erica, she suddenly understood the meaning of it all. The trophy in her hands was not only recognition of her career, but also affirmation of their family's unique path, a winding trail between two cultures that revealed a more beautiful view. Some say cross-cultural marriage is destined to be difficult. She spoke alternating in Chinese and English. But I want to say love is not only the courage to cross differences, but the ability to learn from them. I thank my Swedish husband for teaching me the value of freedom, my Chinese mother for showing me the meaning of perseverance, and my mixed-race daughter for reminding me every day that identity need not be one or the other. We can embrace multiple cultures at once and create new possibilities. The entire audience rose in applause. Lin's mother wiped tears in the audience, while Erica proudly announced to those around her, "That's my mom." At the celebration banquet after the ceremony, a publisher from Singapore approached Lin Yiyej and proposed turning their family story into a book. There are many cross-national marriages, but few successful integrations like yours, the publisher said enthusiastically. especially from the perspective of 3 generations very valuable. That night, back at the hotel, Lin Yi and Eric stood by the window overlooking the Shanghai nightscape. Erica was already fast asleep in the next room. A book? Eric raised an eyebrow. Are we a success story? Remember last week we almost fought over whether Erica should attend extracurricular classes? Lin Yi smiled softly. Success doesn't mean no conflicts, but learning to grow through them. She turned to face her husband. Remember when we first met? You said the aurora symbolizes a new beginning. The Esme legend. Eric nodded. The souls of the departed dance in the northern lights, blessing the living. I want to take Mom to see the aurora. Lin suddenly said. The doctors say she's now fit for short flights, and Sweden's medical care is excellent. Let's fulfill her wish and start anew where it all began. Eric's eyes lit up. Kiruna's Ice Hotel has accessible rooms, and the aurora is most beautiful before Christmas. So, 2 months after Northern Lights Bridge won the award, the international family set off again, this time to the Arctic Circle, with a Ningbo grandmother who had never seen snow. The cold in Kiruna exceeded Lin's mother's expectations. When the airport shuttle drove through -30-degree darkness, she wrapped tightly in the down jacket Eric had specially bought, muttering quietly, "How can people live in such a cold place?" But the next night, when the emerald aurora danced like silk above the ice hotel, everyone held their breath. Lin's mother sat in a specially made heated wheelchair, gazing upward at nature's most spectacular light show. Her aged face bathed in a dreamlike green glow. "So beautiful," she murmured in Ningbo dialect, her breath quickly frosting in the air. Like the ribbons of the immortals, Erica excitedly pointed to the sky. "Grandma, is that great-grandma dancing?" Dad said the aurora is the souls of the departed. Lin's mother paused, then smiled. "Maybe. You never met her, but she must be proud of you." Lin Yi and Eric clasped hands, quietly admiring the wonder. 7 years ago, under such northern lights, they pledged to spend their lives together. Now that love had blossomed, bridging generations and cultures. In the Ice Hotel's wedding chapel, they held a simple vow renewal ceremony. Erica was the flower girl, scattering plum blossom petals brought from China. Lin's mother sat front row, recording the moment on her phone. When Eric said in newly learned Ningbo dialect, "Thank you, Mom, for entrusting me with your daughter," the elderly lady wiped tears from her eyes. "I have a surprise," Eric announced after the ceremony. "Tomorrow we're going to Abisko National Park for a traditional Esme dinner under the aurora." But plans soon changed. That night, Lin's mother felt slight chest tightness, though it eased quickly. For safety, they decided she would rest at the hotel, accompanied by a nurse who spoke basic Chinese. "You go with Erica," Lin's mother insisted. "I'm old. One aurora is enough for me. Besides, I can watch from the glass roof here." So at dusk the next day, Lin Yi, Eric, and Erica rode snowmobiles to the national park. Bundled like little dumplings, Erica sat between her parents, squealing with excitement. As they enjoyed reindeer meat and cloudberry jam in Esme tent, the aurora ignited outside again, more brilliant than the night before. "Mom?" Erica suddenly asked. "The Esme believe the aurora is the souls of the departed." "What do Chinese people believe?" Lin Yi thought for a moment. "Chinese believe that after loved ones pass, they become stars watching over us." "So should I look at the aurora or the stars?" The child's question struck to the heart. Eric lifted his daughter outside the tent. "Sweetheart, you can believe whichever makes you feel warm or create your own story. Just like you are both Chinese and Swedish. But most importantly, you are Erica." "I am Erica," the little girl repeated, then pointed at the sky. "So tonight, the aurora is Dad's family, the stars are Mom's family, and they're having a party together." This innocent yet profound metaphor made Lin Yi and Eric smile at each other. In a child's eyes, cultural differences are not an either-or choice, but a beautiful coexistence. Returning to the Ice Hotel late at night, Lin's mother was still awake, wearing reading glasses and studying a Esme craft book. "Did you have fun?" she asked, putting down the book. Erica immediately threw herself into her grandmother's arms, excitedly describing the snowmobiles and reindeer meat. Lynn noticed on her mother's nightstand a medicine box and water cup, alongside Swedish language flashcards prepared by Eric. The elderly lady was actually teaching herself basic Swedish vocabulary. "Mom, you're learning Swedish?" Lynn couldn't help but ask. Lynn's mother closed the cards with a slight embarrassment. "Just looking. Can't always rely on a translator." This small gesture spoke louder than words once opposed to cross-national marriage. The grandmother was now actively trying to understand her son-in-law's culture. Lin Yue suddenly realized that true cultural integration is not one-sided compromise, but a mutual approach. On the last day of the trip, they took a family photo in front of Kiruna's church. The snowy steeple and bright blue sky framed four people: Chinese mother, Swedish father, mixed-race daughter, and Chinese grandmother smiling brighter than the Arctic sun. The photo later became the cover of Lin Yue's new book, titled Promise Under the Northern Lights, the story of a cross-cultural family. At book signings, readers often asked her the secret to their success. "No secret," Lin always replied, "only the willingness to keep trying. We have argued, compromised, and created. The important thing is to always remember love is not just the flutter of the first meeting, but the daily choice to cross differences." The same year the book was published, Northern Lights Bridge founded the Cross-National Family Support Foundation. Its first donation helped foreign spouses learn local languages. Unexpectedly, Lin's mother became the foundation's cultural ambassador, sharing her own experience to tell other Chinese parents. Cross-national marriages are not easy, but the rewards are far greater than imagined. Another Lunar New Year came, and the family reunited at their Shanghai home. Lin's mother and Erica made dumplings together. Eric tried his hand at writing Spring Festival couplets, and Lin Yue prepared for a video call. They would celebrate New Year's Eve with relatives in Sweden virtually. When the clock struck midnight and fireworks lit up the Huangpu River, the four raised their glasses on the balcony. Lin's mother said Happy New Year in her newly learned Swedish. Eric sang a Ningbo children's song in Chinese. Erica played her self-composed Sino-Swedish tune. And Lin Yue quietly watched this incredible yet wonderful family scene, bathed in fireworks. She recalled the rainy day they first met in Stockholm, the vow under the Northern Lights, and the countless reconciliations after cultural clashes. All the twists and struggles had finally led to this perfect moment. Love can cross mountains and seas, and it can blend cultures. The Northern Lights will forever witness their promise.